All right, so this one ought to be festive. I don't use Reddit that often, but I've used it on occasion. Some of the best series from the channel coming from Reddit, like the jumper cable sagas, which a lot of people haven't seen. We should do another version of that, man. But I don't know, the original was so good, like I don't want to ruin it, bro. That's one of those like jokes. I think I've waited long enough though. It's been almost a year since that video's gone up, bro. It's been a long time. So these are 10 mysteries solved by Reddit. And if you know one thing about the internet community, you guys love a good mystery. Like, what's that stuff on the side of ChavezzSlovakia's headset? The world may never know. Let's get into it, man. This should be a good one. It's by All Time 10s. Link for the original, of course, the description down below. And this should be good, man. All right, let's go.
10,
let's get mysterious.
Cipher. Your mom probably told
Cipher.
you not to
Bro,
take gifts
I've
from
seen the Subway Cipher, and all them dudes can rap. Every single one of them can rap.
Just when you were a kid, but apparently Reddit user Delver of Secrets never got that particular message. The Redditor made a post on July the 11th, 2012, claiming that a homeless-looking man had given him $50 with markings on it, as well as this strangely coded piece of paper. Fellow Redditors soon found that it was a bifid cipher, which is essentially a message coded into a square. It said, "There's plenty more money to make. Figure this out and prepare to meet. July 19th, 56th and 6th hot dog stand outside Rue 57 Cafe. Ask for Mr. Input."
Is this the real cipher here? That we're like the real mystery there? Is that really what it looks like? Because I don't know how you get that from that. How do you get that from that? I would love to try one of those. Do they have things to like teach us how to use that? For real. I would really like to do that.
Soon after, Delver of Secrets received all kinds of messages. Some cryptic, some even personally threatening him and his family.
To your email? Like your personal email?
Theories about what was going on flooded the website, including some speculating that it originated from a Department of Defense employee, or that the whole thing was an elaborate marketing ploy for The Dark Knight Rises.
What?
Eventually, Redditors met up in New York on the agreed date, but nothing really ever came of it, except marketing allegations and months of possibly wasted time.
Damn. That sucks.
Number 9. Post-it note mystery. Everyone forgets things sometimes. Hell, you might have even forgotten to click that subscribe button.
Nice.
But sometimes there's a little more to simple memory lapses than meets the eye. Redditor R. Bradbury 1920 found that out for himself in May 2015 when he started noticing post-it notes appearing in his apartment. They were pretty harmless things like reminders to get groceries or save some documents, but he had no recollection of writing them.
Oh my God.
2 days in, he saw one that said, "Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's important we do." That's kind of creepy and made him think
there's a dude in his crib, bruh, dropping post-it notes? That's
that his
weird.
landlord was doing something pretty shady.
What?
So R. Bradbury 1920 installed a webcam to see just what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
But upon checking, he found all the footage deleted. Understandably freaked out,
I drop a post-it note. He's like, that webcam wasn't in this apartment. Delete all this shit. Don't try to capture me on
he took
camera.
to the R Legal Advice subreddit to ask if he had any recourse. But instead of advice on suing, a comment from a user named Kakalak suggested that he might be suffering from memory loss issues brought on by carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh
the assessment
my God.
wasn't just correct, it prevented death.
What?
The original poster took the advice and brought a detector, only to learn that his apartment had 100 parts per million of the deadly gas,
my God.
11 times the safe maximum.
What?
Number 8, Strongsville Jane Doe.
That's trippy to me, dude. A homie left himself notes. The landlord won't let me talk to you. What? That's trippy. That is like so out of body. It's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Back in February 1975, 3 kids in Strongsville, Ohio, found the body of an unidentified woman who was missing a jaw and had been shot in the head. It went down as a cold case for over 40 years until a Redditor by the name of Call Me Ice stumbled upon the Jane Doe cemetery records. Call Me Ice enlisted the help of the Unsolved Mysteries subreddit and the Web Sleuth's website to get to the bottom of the case.
What?
After obtaining
Reddit solves murders? Literally, Reddit does it all.
data and pictures of the bones, a forensic artist recreated the face. The artist recognized it as a possible match for Linda Pagano, a woman who went missing in 1974 after an argument with her stepfather, Brian Claflin. A lot of people suspected Claflin murdered her, but there was no real evidence to prove it by the time he died in 1990.
That's so terrible.
This represented a major break in the case. Pagano's brother Michael even called Call Me Ice an angel for what she did.
Wow.
As of August 2017, police believe they had a tentative match, but extensive DNA testing has yet to be completed, so it's not definite.
Well, that's cool as hell.
Number 7. Reddit Stonehenge.
Okay.
Most things on Reddit are posted for that sweet, sweet, meaningless karma. So it's intriguing when something goes on completely under the radar, especially when it's a bizarre code that to this day has all but gone uncracked. That was the case in 2011 when a user by the name of A858DE45F56D9BC9 started posting seemingly random strings of numbers and letters to a subreddit of the same name. Eventually, users created a subreddit to crack the code.
A subreddit for the subreddit.
Managed to decipher messages like Happy New Year 2001 and ASCII Stonehenge and what appeared to be coordinates in North Korea. Speculation went wild, of course, with everything from social experiments to aliens to the internet becoming sentient being blamed. The subreddit would frequently close and reopen, but one time the fun stopped when it just posted the message, "The A858 project has concluded. You may unsubscribe."
Oh, that's so
Even
mysterious.
now, no one ever figured out the majority of the code, so if you feel like wasting months of your life, be my guest.
That is so fucking deep. I am not good for that. I learned HTML when I was in middle school, and that was about enough to drive me up a wall. That's as close as I'm getting to decoding or coding anything, bro. I just don't have a good mind for that. I'm really good with creativity, like, music. That's easy for me. I played in an orchestra. You guys know I played in an orchestra for 8 years, right? That's easy for me, but like, deciphering code, I don't know, I get headaches, I get bored, I get distracted. Can I do it while playing League of Legends? Let's try it out. Like, that's about all I'm good for with that,
Number 6.
But some of y'all, that's right down your alley, I know.
Expertise is crucial when it comes to solving crimes. Just knowing something obscure that other people missed might be the difference between putting a criminal behind bars or letting them escape the law. So it helps to have these people on the internet who are armed with pretty much every expertise in the world. In this case, it was the smallest possible details of old cars. Reddit user Meathead found this headlight fragment after witnessing a hit and run. So he took to the What Is This Thing subreddit to, find out what the thing was. Incredibly, they managed to figure out that the fragment came exactly from a grey 1991 Cadillac Browmans just based on the image. Using that lead, Meathead got in touch with the police auto theft unit, where they were actually able to pin a car of that description to the scene and trace it back to a theft conviction.
Damn.
Number 5. Grateful
This music
Doe.
he has is fantastic.
The police only have
Doe.
so many resources, so it makes sense that when a case goes cold, they move on. But luckily we have the internet, whose obsession with even the smallest tidbits can crack even seemingly hopeless investigations wide open. That was the case for the Grateful Doe, an anonymous car crash victim found in 1995
Damn. These
and
are
named
sad
after
to
the
me.
ticket stub for a Grateful Dead concert found in his pocket. Reddit's cold case enthusiasts took an intense interest in the case. Using evidence from the time along with the reconstructions of the mystery man's face, Redditors spread the word online and managed to reach the attention of some people who recognized it. That lead came up with the name of Jason Callahan, a 19-year-old from Virginia who went missing in 1995 but was never reported, since he recently left to follow the Grateful Dead on tour. 11 months after the identification, DNA testing showed that it was indeed Callahan. While a tragic loss, it went on to show just what Reddit is capable of when it uses its powers for good.
That's crazy to me, man. Reddit is insane.
Number 4. Box of Crazy. People have thrown out some weird things over the years. Trash men have reported finding brand new clothes, taxidermy animals, and even a shiny Charizard, which, if you don't know, is worth as much as $50,000.
That shit's
but
crazy.
the so-called Box of Crazy blows all of them away. One Redditor by the name of TramStopDan claimed to find this rather bizarre box in the bins near him, posting pictures to the What Is This Thing subreddit as well as 4chan's X board. It contained some pretty damn strange contents, like maps, designs, detailed descriptions and sketches of aliens, and a train with a puma for a face. Some Redditors got a little bit obsessed with the content and even started their own subreddit to theorize and figure out what the hell was going on. It's thought that the materials belong to someone called Daniel Christensen, a Danish immigrant who's now believed deceased. Based on the sketches, Christensen became obsessed with the idea that the stories of the Bible depicted ancient encounters with extraterrestrials.
Okay, that is
Sounds
deep,
more
bruh.
like one for Mulder
That
and
is
Scully
deep.
than Reddit and 4chan, if you ask me.
Things the Bible are good for apparently also include aliens.
Number 3, surveillance device.
Did they solve anything?
Have you ever felt like someone is keeping tabs on you? It's probably paranoia,
I mean,
right?
Y'all, do you guys have notifications on? You better be keeping tabs on me, you bastards.
Well, maybe not. If this case is anything to go by, your house just might be bugged.
What?
Redditor ShadyBusiness15 posted on the Reddit Bureau of Investigation saying that he violently blew a fuse and found this device in his extension cord.
What?
Reddit got to work and discovered that the tech was a global positioning system tracker with
What?
microphone and cellular uplink, hence the SIM card. That means it was most likely a covert surveillance device. Some Redditors suggested it was the government, and others that it was the poster's parents because of the consumer-level parts. ShadyBusiness15 later posted an update after the original post blew up, explaining that he put the SIM card in a phone to see what might happen.
In the
and that
phone?
was the last we heard. Who knows, it could be happening to anyone, though I don't suggest you go unscrewing all your electronics in search of microphones.
Nah, that's wild. That would be crazy
Number
wild
2.
if the government's just like selling extension cords with bugs in them. How would you even filter through that much information? Man, they must think that I'm a weirdo. They're listening on this shit. This is going to be odd. All the conversations I have are weird.
There's a lot to be said for the power of sleuths on the internet. Where the police and the justice system fails, Redditors succeed. Or they don't. In fact, sometimes they fail badly enough to make national headlines. Back in 2012, a bomb was detonated near the finish line of the Boston Marathon. The blast killed 3 and injured 280, going down as a modern American tragedy. Reddit took a particular interest in the attack, so as with other cases, users scoured the evidence en masse to try to find something the authorities missed. And they thought they had it with Sunhill Tripathi, a 22-year-old student who went missing a month before the bombing. Users made detailed posts analysing footage feeds to find small hints suggesting the involvement of Tripathi along with several others, which some news outlets mistakenly picked up. That caused the student's family to suffer a torrent of online abuse for their son's supposed involvement, even as far as receiving death threats.
Damn.
But soon after the bombing, the authorities apprehended what turned out to be the real culprits, leading to an apology from Reddit and a public discussion over the ethics of crowdsourced crime fighting.
But apparently Reddit continues their efforts. There's a couple left, man. You guys can click the original video if you want to check those out. That was a solid video. 10 mysteries solved by Reddit. Yeah, shout out to All Top 10. That was actually a really good one. Reddit is good for a lot of things. The internet is an amazing thing, man. You guys are fantastic. I know some of you guys are out there Reddit users. I have a couple people who've got a couple Reddit posts and stuff up that they use all the time. So anything like that comes up recently, let me know. I'm scrolling through Reddit, bro. There's like everything on there, dude. It takes so long to get anywhere on that website. But I think it's pretty interesting. But I'll see you guys in the next one. ChavezzSlovakia. You guys take it easy, man.